This is what I do to raise my vibrational frequencies and ensure that I stay vibrating at the higher frequencies. If you don't know what vibrational frequencies are, they simply mean your internal state or level of consciousness. So your internal state or level of consciousness is determined by the thoughts that you have, the emotions that you have, the mental attitudes that you have, and the belief systems that you have. So when we say higher vibration, we mean that you have positive thoughts, you feel positive emotions such as love, joy, peace, and the rest. And we also mean that you have optimistic beliefs about reality and about yourself. But to keep at this vibration, there are some things that you need to master in order to stay at high vibrations. And why is it important for us to vibrate higher? This is the reason. According to the principle of correspondence, it states that as above, so as below, as within, so as without. So our internal state, which is our vibrational frequencies, is what gets to decide the kind of reality that we get to experience. So if you are experiencing you have a high vibrational frequency, this means that your external reality in turn will be reflected according to your internal state. Hence, you get to experience what you truly are within. That is why it's very important for me to ensure that my vibrational frequency stays up high. Number one thing I ensure I do to maintain my vibrational frequency is non-reaction to my external reality. Now, the very first thing that the universe likes to do is to throw a challenge on your way to see if you are now vibrating at this new frequency. You have to know that the reason why you are living the kind of life you are living right now is because of your old frequency. That old frequency has same thoughts, same emotional reactions to things, to life, and it has certain beliefs that keep you stuck at that place because the beliefs that you have, the thoughts that you have, the emotional reactions you have towards life are what ensure what you get to experience. So if you believe that life is a place of suffering, if you believe there are no opportunities, guess what? That is what you get to experience. So when you are altering your vibrational frequency, this means that you want to change whatever you get to experience. And for that to happen, the universe is this faithful friend or that wants to test if you are ready to receive what you want to manifest. So what does it do? It throws your way a challenge in the form of something happening that you did not anticipate for. So let's say you've been on a clean sheet, you've been vibrating higher, but all of a sudden something happens that you did not anticipate for. Something happens that triggers you. Now, when something external happens that you did not want to happen, the first thing I always realize is I catch myself and I don't react. To react is to mean that when something happens that you don't want, to react is to respond, it is to be to feel angry, to start judging, to start blaming other people, to start feeling sad, to start feeling guilt. Now, when you do that, you have reacted to the external. And when you react to the external, what it does, it automatically throws you off your high vibrational frequency and you go back to the low vibe emotions like anger, like shame, like guilt, like fear, like sadness. These are what are called low vibrational frequencies. So when you react to the external, it draws you off guard from your high vibration, which means that if you were about to manifest something in your life, you will delay that manifestation because you have failed the test that the universe has thrown to you. So what do you do in that scenario? If something like this happens and you are aware that it has happened, instead of reacting to the external, you respond. So how do you respond? To respond means that you use the internal to balance the external. So something has happened that you did not anticipate for, right? Instead of reacting with negative emotions, what you do is that you rely on internal state to mean that you have a higher level of awareness, knowing that this is nothing but a test from the universe. So instead of reacting from it, you stay and you stay balanced. You don't feel sad, you don't feel good about it. You're just balanced, you are at an equilibrium. So the more you practice non-reaction to the external, this means that you are identifying your role as a creator in your own life, and hence you are taking responsibility for what you are creating. And if you continue to respond rather than react, you will continue to vibrate higher the same way I do that. Coming up at number 2 is present moment awareness. Now, this actually should have been number 1. So, what is present moment awareness? Now, present moment awareness means that instead of having thoughts drifting in the past and in the future, you are totally focused into the present moment. So why is this so much important in ensuring that you raise your vibrational frequency? Now, you have to understand that the mind creates a separation between you and your higher self. In other words, the mind creates the false image that you think of who you think you are, which is the ego. So whenever you are in the mind, which means that you identify yourself as the thinker, you identify the thoughts that you have as if you are the one who is bringing up these thoughts, whereas in contrast, you are simply the awareness or the observer of the thoughts. Remember, you are not the thoughts. You are not your body. You are not the things that you do. You are simply the experiencer of everything out there. So what you want to do in this stage is that you want to go back and detach from the thoughts that you have and just become that present moment or that observer of your life. Instead of being identified with the thoughts, you detach from the thoughts and you come from a point of observing them. And when you do this, what you will learn is that 99% of your time, you are always in your mind. And when you're always in your mind, what generally happens at this time is that you are either bringing back the past, and when you bring back the past, you bring those memories, and then you start feeling those memories. And if those memories were of trauma, if those memories were of past hurts, you start to experience those things right now, which means that you have altered your vibrational frequency, which means that you could attract something similar to what happened in the past. That is why most people keep on living a recurrent life, because they have the same thought patterns. They identify with the thoughts. So when the thoughts pop up or they come up, what they do is that those thoughts have emotions with them. Remember, a memory is just a thought that is embedded with an emotion. So that emotion gets to alter your vibrational frequency, which means you create something similar. Or you might now go and project into the future. When you project into the future, what happens is that because the future is unknown, the future is uncertain, that is where anxiety comes in, that is where fear comes in, that is where worry comes in. Remember, fear, worry, anxiety, shame, guilty, anger, all these are low vibe emotions. So if you identify yourself or you are not in the present moment, which is to mean that you are not in the past or in the future, but you are in the now. Remember that the future will always unfold in the now, and the past is the present. The present is always going into the past. So what you want to do, you have to understand that time is an illusion created by the mind to keep you trapped in the idea of separation. Because when you collapse the idea of the mind or time, you collapse separation. You see, time is what separates you from your desired reality. So let's say you say that you want to create wealth in the next 5 months. Now, that 5 months, that 5 years is what is separating you from that dream reality. But when you collapse that time and you start to experience, you start to feel as if you've already achieved those things, what you're doing here is living in the present moment, is embodying high vibrational frequencies. And according to the law of vibration, you are more likely to attract what you are a vibrational match with. So what you want to do here to ensure that you are in the present moment is quite simple, is to always stay focused to the point whereby when you notice you are drifting into the future, you take your mind back into the present moment. When you catch yourself going back into the past, you take yourself into the present moment. And you do this by focusing on your breathing. Now, breathing is always happening in the present moment. In other words, I am teaching you how to meditate. Now, when you focus on your breathing, you enter into the present moment. When you enter into the present moment, you will have less thoughts. Less thoughts equals high vibration. High vibration equals attracting the desired reality. So, present moment awareness is your key to what? To high vibrational. Last but not least is the quality of intention and attention. So let's talk about this. So how does intention and attention help me raise my level of vibration? Now, intention is what we call your willingness or desire or resoluteness to do and to have. Okay? While attention is really your concentration or where you place your focus. So intention and attention are very important because in anything which you do, once you realize that you are the creator of your own reality, you need to always move in intention and attention. This is to say that you don't want to create things that you don't really want. So you must have an intention of what you wish to have. So my intention is to have 1,000 subscribers on this channel, of which you can subscribe at this point in time. But that is my intention. So in order for me to achieve that, which is my intention, the question is, where do I place my attention? So let's say my intention, let's use another example. So let's say my intention is to become a confident leader. My intention is to become a calm person. My intention is to manifest my desired reality. That is my intention. So I have to use my attention to ensure that I go or I move towards my intention. So if my intention is to have 1,000 subscribers, my attention should be towards creating good content. My attention should be towards following up and seeing how things are going. In other words, your attention is where you place your concentration or where you place your energy. Your attention is where you place your energy. And where your energy goes, that is where your attention is. So let's say I want you to pay attention or focus your concentration on the things that you want to attract, not the things that you don't want. So if you want to attract the good things, always concentrate on the good things. If you want to attract positive people in your life, always focus on the positive side of things. Always look the glass as if it is half full, never half empty. That is what I mean by the quality of attention, because where you place your attention, that is where your energy flows. And according to the law of vibration, where your energy is or where you place your attention, you are more likely to attract similar things into your life. So instead of focusing on fear, focus on courage. Instead of focusing on sadness, focus on happiness. Instead of focusing on the negative, always focus on the positive. So that is how I use these three things to ensure I vibrate higher. And when I vibrate higher, I am capable and I feel good. And actually, I am able to see the synchronicities. I'm able to see the events happening or creating my desired reality as I would like to have it. So if you found any benefit from this video and you'd like to learn these things one-on-one with me, we have an online one-on-one coaching session. There is an email down on the link on the description. Go and message me on that email if you want to book a session with us. And as always, I want you to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to this channel. And if you want to learn much more, I'll recommend you watch this coming video up. Stay safe, stay blessed, and stay awakened.